Okay, you guys, the moment you all been waiting for, a tour of our new home, and her name is Journey. We're so excited. So let's get started. Okay guys, so we're going to show you the outside of the camper. We're approximately about 22 feet long, and so like most campers, you have a little storage outside. We don't have a whole lot, but we do make good use of what we have. So right here is the little magnetic, so it holds it up, but as you can see, it is packed to the gills. We have our toolbox here, we have a generator, so we have our stabilizer fluid, we have our water hose, we have our sewer top over here, and a bucket, because you never know when you might need a bucket. Okay, and some other stuff kind of packed in there. Our lights, and these are like plastic lights we got at a good deal around Christmas time that we use for our lighting outside when we want to sit outside and chill. So this is just your basic storage. Not a whole lot to see, but we do have some outside. All right, so we're gonna take a walk around to the other side. We were blessed to have a really big propane tank. I know a lot of times people have two, and they're two 15-gallon tanks. Well, this one holds up 7 gallons, so it is good to go. So it's like 2 in 1. So we're really blessed to have that. As you can see, we have the power tongue jack, and you got to see our other video of what we've learned since we have gotten here, because today, this weekend, it was our first time out, kind of getting our feet wet before we take off and head out west. So we have, you can check out our other video, and make sure you subscribe, because you never know where we might end up. And go ahead on and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when our other video of how our first time out went. But this old girl is the tongue jack, and this is electric, so it really is good deal when you want to come out. Now, as we swing around to the other side, like any other RV, you have your water, your clean water, you have your electric, you have your gray water tanks, and your black water tank. This is the back half of this. And one of the things I just want to tell you that we have learned watching other YouTubers coming out as new RVers is this surge guard. Now, I got this from Camping World at a awesome deal, because I became a Sam's Club, Good Sam's member, and I got a discount, right? So they sent me a coupon, and then they were on sale. So I ended up paying $51 for that, and it's normally $100. But what it does is, when you come to the site and you hook up, you want to turn these off first, plug it in, turn it on, and it will read it. And then when you get all greens, you know you're good to go. And then you plug the camper into the surge guard, right? And so if it was raining or thundering and lightning, or if the power was bad, because let's just face it, a lot of these campgrounds are very old and the wiring is probably not even up to code. You want to make sure you're not going to fry all your stuff that's in there. And then with lightning, what it'll do is it'll shut it down before it gets in there. So here is the hot water tank that we have not yet mastered on how to turn it on, but we will. And when we do, we'll show you the update on that. You can put cable in here, and our city water hookup back there. So this is pretty much Journey, and the name is so fitting. We have a backup camera. We're super grateful for that, because that is an excellent addition to our camper. And pretty much that's outside. So let's get inside. Okay guys, we're gonna head on inside. Oh, one quick thing that I forgot to mention. We have these awesome speakers out here. So when it warms up, as you can see, it snowed while we were here. When it warms up and we can hang out outside, we have speakers that play also in the inside as well as the outside. So you can kind of choose where you want it to play, and you can also have it either or. One last thing that we figured out that was super cool that you probably already knew, but if you didn't, here you go. Your sewer hose can go in like the little bumper thing. So our sewer hose is in there, which is awesome. So you don't have to smell it, but you want to make sure you filter through it so you are not smelling it. So let's get inside. All right, let's go on inside. Oh, it's so warm and toasty in here because it's so cold. Now, you could probably see the whole thing from right here, but I'm going to still give you the tour. So come on in. And we have our little privacy curtain, and this works out great. And I put it on this side because at night sometimes the draft comes in through the door and we sleep with our head this way. Let's go ahead and close that. We sleep with our head this way because I like the little view. So I'd rather sleep this way than over there. So we put the privacy curtain here, but it very well can go on the other wall. Right behind it is like a mini little coat closet, but we jam-packed it with stuff. As you can see, we're in the process of moving in and having things, and you have like a little side table here, a little nice side table with a drawer, so you have storage there. You also, let's put this back. All right, you also have storage up here, and what I did was put like my towels and my wash rags and like extra linen and stuff of that nature. Over here we have space over there. We still haven't kind of filled out everything, but you do have, and it's through space, so it goes through one side to the other, so it's pretty long, pretty big, and pretty deep, so it's really cool. All right, so our bed, they say it's a queen, but that's to be debated. Okay, so but this is a bed, it's a camper queen, I'm going to say that. Over in the corner we have one solar panel up top, and that is the controlled for that, and it is awesome, you guys. If you ever think about doing solar panels, that is an awesome thing, because even though it won't power anything else, it will keep the lights on, and so I really can appreciate that. Now underneath our bed is storage. I'm not going to lift this up all the way because it's really heavy, and it's packed with stuff I use to work on the road, but it's a decent amount of storage under there, so that's really good. We also have storage right here underneath the bench, and that is on both sides. I usually keep my shoes and stuff in there, and it's really good, decent size up under here. All right, so this is where we sit and eat and work, as you can see. Also, this table can fold down into a bed. So in the near future, I will do a video because I'm going to turn this into a seating area. So I'm going to drop this down, push the cushions together, probably kind of have it to where we have a place to kind of sit and chill and hang out, because the only other place to sit is either outside or in the bed. And when it's cold and you don't want to be outside, but you don't want to be laying down, it's just nice to have a little chill space. So we'll bring you a video on that coming soon. Now up here we have more storage, and when you travel, secure stuff because it will fall out on you. I keep all my business stuff up here, stuff that I use for our business, some books, some of my pens. I like to doodle and draw, so I stick stuff up here. And this is also a straight through, so you have stuff on the other side as well, and it can push, because this is hollow, but you definitely have space in between the two of them. You can kind of push it over, so you have overhead storage over the table. All right, and this is our little galley kitchen, and it is heavily used. Okay, heavily used. As you can see, we dig spices, so a lot of our stuff is up here. I bought plates, but I'm quickly learning paper plates are the way to go. So we got some paper plates and paper bowls and some food that we keep up here. Usually it's our spices and jars and stuff of that nature. We have a sink, and it's a double sink. So I really like that we have two sinks. I just dropped the drain down in here, but when we travel, when I want to put stuff away, I usually take these and put them down there. We'll get to that storage in a second and kind of clean this up. We have a 2-eye burner, and it folds up, down, and back. And so, as you can see, we cook a lot outside. Well, I don't cook outside. My husband cooks outside. He's a great cook. So he likes to throw stuff on the grill outside. So we don't use this a whole lot, but we have used it, especially while we were here. We used it. So it is a great little feature. Unfortunately, it doesn't have an oven. We don't have an oven, but we do have a junk drawer. Okay, so when you are snowed in, snacks are essential. Don't come for me in the comment section on my crappy desserts. That's okay. So we have our little junk drawer like anybody else. Down below, I have my beans and rice and cereal and coffee, and I love these. I'm going to put some labels on them, but I really love how that fits in perfectly. And further back, there's another shelf with some storage back there as well. So we are doing pretty good on storage, and being that it's just the two of us, we don't need a whole lot, and so we don't have much. All right, now switch behind us real quick. I forgot to show you, we do have a television. It works, and we're just gonna leave that where that is. It works. Okay. All right, so we're gonna finish up our tour real quick, and then I'm not real good with the techie stuff, so my husband will take over that and kind of tell you the mechanics of everything. I'm just showing you the aesthetics. So we're gonna tag team this thing. Now up under here, we have our propane tanks where we cook outside. We have our collapsible sink, which we probably need 2 of those. And we have our coffee pot, which we are definitely going to be downsizing because it is a house coffee pot. And we want to get something a little smaller that we can make that it won't take up so much space. We have drawers right here where we keep mittens and stuff that go outside, and a little lighter stick. And then information about our RV is in there as well. Now, as you can see, whew, I have not downsized enough because all this is clothes. Yes, it is. And I may not wear them all, and I get that. So I am going to go through this again. But I got these wonderful bags on Amazon, and it came with like 8 of them in a pack for like 40 bucks, but they are awesome, and I can kind of fold everything and put it in there. And then I have my overnight bags, so if we ever wanted to be somewhere overnight, we could just pack a bag and go. Now, as you can see, this was designed to be a double bunk, right? But we use the top half for storage, and we have the bottom half made up just in case we have guests or our grandson wants to come, or, you know, just to have a made up bed. We have that made up here as well. And it has a little storage. Come in, honey. It's a little bit on the deep side, so you definitely can see it has its own exit if you ever needed that. And it is a bed. What else can I say? All right, and so our last part of this tour is the fridge. We have a nice refrigerator. Now, I am impressed because this is a pretty decent size fridge and refrigerator. So as you can see, we have our stuff in here as well, and it gets really cold. And I really do appreciate having such a decent size refrigerator, especially if you're going to be somewhere for a good little period of time. You can like buy food, so that's always a plus. And we stuck our dishes down here, which we should probably move to over here, but I didn't. But that's where they are. All right, last but not least, the bathroom. Okay, so we had to be creative with storage, and this is just like a shoe rack that I hang up here, and I stick all my stuff in it. And I probably should thin this out too, because I'm sure it's pretty heavy and weighing on the door. But yes, so our toothbrushes, my smell goods, medicine, vitamins, blow dryer, brush, comb, hand sanitizer, anything you could think of that would go up under your sink or in your medicine cabinet is on our door. So here is what we need, our essentials to just get by. Now for the bathroom, I learned that we probably shouldn't be hanging our towels here because you don't want the moisture to seep into the wall and create a mold problem. But these are dry, so don't worry. We put them in here so when we're ready to take a shower, we can come in here, take them out, take a shower, and then let them dry outside. And then once they're dry, hang them back up. So we're not hanging up towels we're using with the clean towels, because you don't want to do that. So here you do have a light. So we have a light right above our head, and you can click it, turn it off, click it, turn it on, and you have a vent. So if somebody comes in here and they have some private time, you can turn the vent on. All right, so this is our little toilet here with instructions. How many toilets come with instructions? Ours does. So we have our instructions. We have a mirror here, good for what it's good for, a mirror. And lastly, our shower, as you can see, that does not get used. It is storage as well. We put our cleaning supplies and some other stuff. This here troublesome vent opener, we'll probably appreciate that more in the summer, but right now when it's cold, you really don't appreciate it because it gets really cold and it lets air in. But I digress. Right now, it is what it is. It's a vent and it's got a spider on it, so we know that something is getting in there. There he is right there. He must die. He can't stay, so he'll have to go in a minute. And this one is a shower head. You take it down, you shower. And one of the things we learn is that just like at home, when you have the luxury of just letting the water run, you wet yourself, turn it off, lather up, turn it back on, rinse yourself off so you can save water. The longer you let it run, the more you're going to fill up your gray tanks, the sooner you're going to have to dump, right? So you don't want to do that and be hooking up and driving all the way to your local dump site or wherever you are just to dump tanks. So it doesn't make, you know, if you can preserve water, that's just the smart thing to do. So this is pretty much our little humble abode. We have pretty much given away everything we own for this RV life. We're excited about our journey that's going to start, and that's why we named our camper Journey. As you can see, some of our merch, my little catchphrase is you never know where we might end up, so you can order t-shirts. So if you're interested in having some merch that with the RV, or we have something that says Boondockers and some other stuff, if you're interested, go ahead on and leave a comment, and I will leave a link where you can find or contact us to be able to get merch as well. Please don't forget to hit that subscription button, especially if you found this video helpful. It won't be the last one we'll do. And hit that notification bell because you never know what we're going to be posting. So I am going to turn this over to my better half so he can kind of fill you in on how the mechanics of all of this magic happens. All right, so let's get over.
Hi guys, this is my turn of the tour, and I want to show you guys all of the electronics and talk about some of the things that this small but yet I think big impact that it has on the RV lifestyle. If you don't need something really big, this is perfect. When we walked inside, we knew that it was for us. We have a 30 amp solar panel right in this region on top of the roof that powers everything in here except I think the AC and the furnace, but those things do work with the generator. We do have a 3500 watt generator inverter by Predator. We got this from Harbor Freight. Those guys are really great over there. And as my wife mentioned earlier, we have our TV here. We have a cable outlet. If your RV park has cable, we also have our Apple TV. The solar controller is right here. Honestly guys, we haven't had to do anything with this controller because it does all the work for us. You know, we pull up anywhere, unless we're trying to dump our sewage, then it's pretty great. We also have an outlet under the table here. If you guys are ever, you know, sitting at the table and if you need, you know, some power outlets. Also right here on the corner, where as you can see, my wife's computer is definitely plugged in. So that's 2 plus the ones over here is a GFI, guys. So if you got anything heavy, coffee pots, or anything like a cooktop grill, anything electric heater, that would be the place I would say that you would probably want to plug in, just so you don't overload the fuse panel and stuff like that. On top here we have a Dometic air condition, and we haven't used this thing yet. It's pretty chilly right here in Tennessee right now, and we have tried it out on the generator. This thing is phenomenal, and I could turn it on right now for you guys. And as you see, if we needed that, it works just fine. So we're gonna move on to the next thing, which is our furnace here. Our furnace is controlled by a thermostat that is behind my wife here, and it is really great, guys, because all you have to do is just set it to where you want it and it'll go on and off just like any residential house. And that's what we love the most about this, because It has everything that we need except an oven, but we'll manage with that. We also have a microwave right here by High Point. And the microwave we've used quite a bit. Definitely is a good thing to have if you either want to warm up something really quick, maybe your coffee, some dinner you had, or if you're really into, I would say, preparing, and I've seen a lot of people prepare meals and then they just kind of warm them up in the microwave. So they prepare them before they go. When they get to where they're going, you can just throw it in the microwave if you don't want to use the propane. We also have a solar generator here that we keep powered up and we keep plugged in, which is in the GFI right now, because we definitely want to make sure that we have this. This is really helpful in situations where we want to charge our phone and we don't want to plug into the generator or turn it on. This thing is awesome. It's only 80 watts. It has a DC out, which is where the solar panels would go if you guys would like to hook up solar panels to charge it. Also, what else in here that I would say that we have that you guys would be interested in? This is what I like to call the control panel. So this is our radio, as Erica mentioned earlier. Has 2 zones. You can turn it on. Zone 2 obviously is inside. Zone 1 is outside. If you hit the buttons like this, now it's playing outside, and inside is off. You press both. If they're red, then they're both off. And if you go like this, it's playing both inside and out. So usually we keep it like this because we keep it inside. Also, it's Bluetooth, AM, FM. You can use an auxiliary cord, or you guys can even plug in an HDMI or charge your phone. This is our awning light, so we call this our porch light. This is the lights inside of the RV, and this is our awning, and it is really cool because we can let it out, guys, but I'm not gonna let it out right now because it's probably filled with snow, and as you guys can probably hear, it's coming down, it's melting off the top of the RV. But I won't let that out because we don't want to cause any damage right now. So this is our water pump, heater pump, propane, and this is also our electric. Now I'm not gonna keep dry firing these, but as you saw, it said fault because we don't have the tanks filled up for the water. Now this one is our battery, and as you can see, she's full. This is our freshwater tank, which is probably, it's 2/3 full, but I'm honestly really impressed with how much water we've been using, and this thing is still full. So I guess it would be better to have more water than not enough. This is our black tank, and it is empty. We emptied it before we came in. This is our gray tank, and it's empty as well, which I'm surprised at that. And I think that's pretty much it as far as like the technology in this thing. We also have a smoke detector, and we also have a carbon monoxide detector in here. And I will say that, we have been a little bit skeptical about sleeping in here because we're new to the whole thing, guys. But one thing I will say is the more comfortable we get with doing things and, just kind of trying them out, we really see that we got this. And so don't overthink a lot of things like we probably have. And I think you guys will be fine. This doesn't have a lot of options, but it has the solar panel. And we also have on-demand water heater, which we gotta call the people and try to get set up. Only reason why we haven't is because we have a spot when we're not here at the RV park that we can normally take a shower, and the RV park has a wonderful heated shower here at Cedar at Lebanon State Park. So guys, if you ever want to come out and check us out or check out the park itself, this is a really great place to just kind of bring the family and just kind of hang out, So I don't really know what else to really. Oh, we have a fire extinguisher because a lot of people want to know if we have a fire extinguisher. We do have one right here by the door. The water pressure in here is really great. The water pressure in the shower is really great. The water pressure from the sink is really great. And it also has the little one. So if you want to move it around, a lot of people say, hey, you can shower outside. But I don't think we would ever do that because we have a wonderful shower inside. And this is just a great place to dwell. For the two of us, I would imagine if you guys need more space that you would probably need a bigger RV. So this is great just for us. And I'm probably gonna turn it back over to Erica and let you guys, you know, we're gonna wrap it up because I don't know what else to tell you guys. So let's go.
Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the tour of our little home on wheels, and I hope you found this video helpful. I will put some information in the description line below of where we got it from, as some specs about it, and I'm just excited for the next journey. And so we just want to thank you guys for watching this video. We didn't want to make it too long because we know y'all got a short attention span, but we figured that we've been talking about our RV home for quite some time. And we also have some videos where we went and looked at some, but now we are finally in it and getting ready to embark on this journey. So we just wanted to show you guys the inside. We hope you enjoyed the tour. Like we said before, please go ahead on and hit that subscription button if you want to become a part of the team. The link to our Patreon page is below, and we just want to say thank you, and you never know where we might end up. So
you really never know.
You need to go ahead and hit that notification bell, and we are going to end this video. You guys have a good day.